Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of the most important aspects of running and training for races, and that is injury prevention. So, I started running back in 2020, and really, I've only had one serious injury that occurred towards the beginning of when I started running. And yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about what I do to prevent injuries. Some things are inevitable, some things happen, injuries happen, freak injuries can happen here and there. So, yeah, I understand that. For me, it's all about just setting yourself up to be in the best position possible to show up to race day healthy and ready to go, because that is half of the battle, is just being there and being healthy and feeling strong for the race. And hopefully, I'm not jinxing myself and injure myself within 5 weeks to go for Chicago. So, knock on wood. I don't know if there's any knock on that thing right there. So, knocking on wood. But yeah, let's get into it. And the first thing I would say is really, really important, and that is not going out and doing too much too soon. I think that's where I ran into trouble, going out, doing my runs as fast as I could, upping the mileage, not being very consistent, and that eventually led to me getting runner's knee. And I think that happens because I was doing all my paces were really quick and my knees just weren't ready for that pounding. So eventually the runner's knee came. I had to take a month or two off of running, which was a huge bummer, especially when I was first getting into it. Was really excited about it, and it was something new, and was really fun during COVID when the gyms were shut down. So yeah, that was a big learning lesson for me, is just take it slow, have some, even if you're not training for a race, have some sort of idea of how you want to structure your week. Maybe do two easy runs and then one hard run. Don't just go out there and try to beat your PR on every single run. I think that is a recipe for either getting injured or getting burnt out. And that is something that I had to learn the hard way. And again, you don't need to be training for a race. You could just be running for fun, but just have some idea of what you want to do and what you want to accomplish on a week to week basis. Just realized there's a bunch of stuff in the corner over there we're moving. So apologies for the crap corner, as I like to call it. Um, and yeah, the second thing is just rest and recovery. So in your early 20s, especially for me, it was an interesting balance to find the right amount of social activity you want to do, going out, hang out with friends, while also committing to some health goals, whether that be training for a race or whatever it is you want to accomplish. And yeah, it's really about prioritizing what makes you feel good. And with rest and recovery, it's really important to just chill after a long run or after a hard run. Let your body recover. And I think going out maybe and having drinks and celebrating and doing stuff is fine, but you just need to make sure that you're aware of how it makes you feel and how it could potentially impede on your recovery. The other thing is, don't do too much. I think I can be a very active person and have an active brain and like to go and do a bunch of stuff. And then, yeah, that sometimes can just really add on the hours of recovery time that are needed. And I think it's just important to, again, find that balance. You don't want to be so tunnel vision on one thing. You want to enjoy life, but you also need to understand there are some sacrifices that need to be made, and rest and recovery is the number one thing. Sleep, I sleep 9 hours every single night. I have a routine, blue blockers, magnesium, all of that. So yeah, it's just important. I think as I've gotten older, I've really felt the benefits of having more sleep and recovery time, and it's just in turn made me a better runner and made my performance overall improve. The third thing, I hit on this a little bit earlier in the video, but have some sort of plan. It doesn't need to be super structured, but going out there like I did, like a crazy person, and trying to beat every one of my previous times is not the best for longevity and making sure you're healthy. So, yeah, have some sort of structure. You can hire a coach. You can just write it down on a piece of paper, look up something online. There's a ton of free content out there. And I think it's part of the beauty of running, especially when you first get into it, is just running for fun and going out there and just sort of enjoying being out there and moving on your feet. And I completely get that. But if you think about the long-term goals, or if you want to do a race, being healthy and making sure that your joints and muscles are all feeling well for the race, I think is important to just have some sort of structure to your week. Whatever that is, again, hiring a coach or just following a free plan, free plan that you find online. That is my recommendation. If you're just more doing it for fun, I think that's also a good thing. And just maybe don't go so crazy on every single run like I did, and enjoy it. But yeah, that's just my recommendation on as far as following a plan and following a structured, having some structured guidelines to help you on your running journey. And finally, strength training is really important. Strong legs finish races. So I think when I first started out running and my legs were tired throughout the week, strength training was something that I deprioritized, and eventually that caught up to me and led to injury. And it doesn't need to be anything crazy. I literally have a 40-pound kettlebell that I do most of my workouts with. I do one leg strength training session a week, and then I do 2 upper body sessions as well, just to keep on some muscle. It makes me feel good. But the leg strength training session is really important, just to make sure your body is nice and healthy and the leg muscles are strong. And running can overdevelop certain muscles, and certain muscles maybe don't get as much attention. So yeah, I think it's really important. And yeah, some movements I do are Bulgarian split squat. I do some single leg RDLs, glute bridges, just to name a few. And it literally takes me 30 minutes once a week. And then I do some mobility work as well, just to make sure my legs are strong and ready to finish that last 5 to 10K of a marathon. And I'm currently training for Chicago. So yeah, in the last 5 weeks or so of that training block, which is really exciting, and have felt pretty good. Knock on wood. Again, hopefully my legs will hold up. They will. Not hopefully, they will hold up. And yeah, looking forward to the race. And hopefully this was informative and will help you people out if you're training for a marathon, half marathon, 5K, whatever the race is. Good luck with training. Hopefully you'll stay healthy. And I'll see y'all in the next video.